This is the man who destroyed all the dreams, hopes, and future of Myanmar. Mother and children abandoned their home and lost their beloved ones. He put his own people in danger. He killed innocent people without hesitation. He is ruthless. He is heartless. He is the man who sold his own country for his power hunger. We never recognized him as our leader. We never elected him as our president. We will never accept him. We will never forgive him for what he has done to us. Young people lost their hopes and dreams and future. They risked their lives to protect this country. We, the people, got no weapons, but they shot us. We, the people, never harmed them, but they beat us to death. We, the people, want the justice. Are you ready to stand with us for the truth and fight for the human rights and for freedom, for education, and many more? In 2021, the military launched a coup during the pandemic of COVID-19. Thousands of people died. The military arrested doctors and volunteers in the civil disobedience movement, restricted delivery of oxygen and medicine to resistant areas. Military targeted mobile clinics and makeshift hospitals. Economic crisis impact the entire country. No education, no electricity, no jobs, and no future. Humanitarian aid in Myanmar today is not just obstructed, it is weaponized, politicized, and used to suppress rather than save. In 2023, extremely severe cyclonic storm Mocha strikes Myanmar, and severe damage in Rakhine, Chin State, and Sagaing. Thousands of people have been displaced. But the military withheld aid from Rohingya and ethnic communities, stored UN food in military bunkers. The military is hijacking international aid to reward their supporters. Myanmar is the country suffered the natural disaster every year. In 2024, monsoon floods in Magway and in Rakhine states. The military blocked assessments by international agencies and delayed permission for local NGOs. We resumed that the military attacks in flood-affected zones. At the same time, in 2024, a compulsory conscription law enacted by the military junta in Myanmar. The law was enforced on February 10, 2024. Millions of lives are in darkness, and on top of that, the daily challenges and security issues hit the Myanmar people's trauma double. 7.7 magnitude earthquake hit the heart of war-ravaged Myanmar on Friday. Rescuers are desperately searching for survivors more than 4 days after a powerful earthquake struck Myanmar. Meanwhile, airstrikes have continued in disaster zones. The military spread false claims blaming PDFs for attacks on relief convoys and delayed international access and controlled aid routes. Disasters become opportunities for military control and propaganda. On Tuesday, around 9:30 p.m., the military fired at the Chinese Red Cross convoy near Almaty village in northern Shan State after the convoy had failed to notify them of its presence in advance. In Myanmar, delivering humanitarian aid has become an increasingly perilous task, not only for local actors, but for international personnel as well. Humanitarian neutrality cannot exist when assistance is subject to approval by those who target civilians. Including ASEAN, the UN and donor governments must demand unrestricted access, establish safeguards against aid diversion, and prioritize funding to grassroots organizations operating in resistance-held areas. International humanitarian agencies, including the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs, have faced routine obstacles. Permits withheld, staff movement blocked, and access limited to regime-approved zones. Local NGOs report weeks-long delays for travel authorizations and distribution permits, even in disaster-hit regions. These tactics are not logistical mishaps. They are a strategic form of repression. These are the voices from the ground. While official narratives attempt to control the story of the reality of Myanmar's humanitarian crisis is the best understood through the voices of those living it. Local NGOs, CDM health workers, and displaced families have been the backbone of survival for millions, operating without institutional support, often in defiance of the military's blockages and restrictions. In Myanmar, state television and military-backed Facebook pages have amplified these narratives, often accompanied by staged videos or unverified reports. This information warfare not only endangers aid missions, but also erodes public trust in legitimate humanitarian efforts, leaving vulnerable communities further isolated. Thank you so much for your attention. We need your help. Please support and help us. If you really want to help us go through directly to the people, not to the military junta. There are lots of trusted local organizations on the ground. You can go and contact them and support them. There are lots of people risking their lives to provide the support and saving lives. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Thank you.